Hi guys!
Welcome to the
Sad and Liz podcast!
Today we're standing because we're sitting always.
We just wanted to prove to you guys that we have legs. Can you fake laugh if I say something that's not funny?
Okay. So today we're gonna do the cooking video because we asked in the last video and you guys were so excited. I think, when's the last time you cooked?
I don't cook, guys. I just always eat out. But Sabina does cook. Never.
Yeah.
Sabina also never cooks.
Great. So the last time I cooked was like months ago. When we were younger, my mom was working a lot. So basically I had to cook for the siblings because my dad couldn't like cook. I mean, he didn't do anything basically.
Except beat us up.
Yeah, he would beat us up. That's the only thing he did.
That's the only thing he was good at. Thank you, Dad.
Anyway, so today we really wanted to make pancakes because that was one of the dishes I would make. So it was like pancakes, spaghetti,
wet spaghetti. Sabina did not remove the water from the spaghetti.
I was 12.
Yeah. Honestly, we didn't have any other food, so it was good.
It was a spaghetti, pizza, but like I wouldn't make it. No, would I make the pizza myself?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You would.
Oh, so pizza, and then I would also make cake.
Yeah. The cake was good. The cake.
I would make it like daily almost.
Mm-hmm.
So we had these dishes and then pancakes. So we're gonna do the pancakes today, and
well, one time Sabina made me vegan pancakes, and I posted it on my story, and everyone thought I was eating bones.
But Liz
looks like bones.
Liz has always been hating on the food that
I wasn't hating. I was eating.
Make the pancakes, and then, are you gonna help me or?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, you're gonna help me. That's great. Okay, we're gonna do it together, and then Landon can be the judge.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
He's in the back.
Do you want to say hi? I'm so happy that you're teaching Liz how to cook. Let's go.
Great.
Wow.
Okay.
All the misogynist men are gonna be like, that's where she belongs, in the kitchen.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind cooking for my man.
I would not cook without a ring. And with
you have
a ring,
and even with a ring, she isn't cooking. And then what do you eat on a day-to-day basis?
Definitely nothing Liz makes for me.
But he's fed.
He's fed.
He's fed. Not by me though, but he's fed. So yeah, we wanted to talk about all the abuse my mom went through.
Wow,
that was the subject, no?
Yeah. I don't think we should start it like that.
Trauma dumping.
Yeah.
Because they said they want to hear more about our childhood. So let's tell you guys about my mom. Let me talk and you cook.
I'll cook.
Okay?
Yeah. And I'll just do my
because
thing.
otherwise,
honestly, I forgot. I have the ingredients, but I forgot how to do it. So I'm just gonna
improvise.
Yeah.
No, I know how to do it.
No, I know how to do it. You just talk and all.
Okay. So let me tell you guys about my mother. So my mom is a very smart lady. My mom has university degrees. She used to be a teacher at the university before the war started and before we had to immigrate to Europe. Now, my mom was one of the most beautiful people in her city, and I'm not saying this to glaze my mom, but actually, when is the last time when I visited the country? When I was 14.
You were 14, yeah.
I was 14. And when I was there, I was walking with my aunt, my mom's sister, and there were two guys that came up to my aunt, and they were like, aren't you like so-and-so sister? And she's like, yeah. And then she was like, whoa, like everyone in the city was in love with your sister. Because they were like, she was so beautiful, you know? And so my mom was very smart, she was very beautiful, but she didn't want any man, okay? She never wanted any man, she always was like high class. Every guy was always asking for her hand in marriage, but she was saying no. And then my dad one time saw her whilst he was driving at the stop, and he literally was like blinded by her beauty, and he was like, oh my god, I want to marry her. But my dad was very ugly. That's
Yes.
the truth.
Honestly, I don't think there's ugly people in the world, but my dad is like not the prettiest human on this earth.
But the reason why he was ugly is because he also had an ugly personality.
Yeah, I
If
feel
he-
like really feel like people who are like dark on the inside, like evil
it
almost.
starts to show on the face.
You can see it in their eyes. You can see
Yeah.
it in their face.
So, and because everyone always said he's so ugly, he was starting to pursue my mom. And my mom was like, there's no way this person had the guts to come up to
No,
me.
but one thing about ugly men, they always get the baddies.
Yeah. So my mom was like, no, I don't want you at all. And then everyone was like, no, because my dad had no money, he wasn't good looking, and he was already married before and divorced, so that was the worst thing to do, okay?
By the way, my mom would always say, I will never marry. Like everything he had, like he was already married, he was divorced, all these things.
Only child?
Only child. She was like, I would
No, only men.
only man in
Men
the house.
in the house, yeah.
So she was always like, I would never marry a guy who's the only son in the house. I would never marry a guy who is divorced, this and that. And she ended up marrying.
Everything she said, she would never
Yeah,
marry.
and I just want to say, like, I've seen people say, like, I would never do this. Oh, if I was in their position, I would never do this, da da da. And I swear, the minute you say that, you will, like, God will test you with that same situation.
Yeah.
He will put you in the same situation, and 9 times out of 10, you end up doing what that person you're judging did.
Yeah.
It's always like that. So
Yeah.
you never say you would not do what someone else did or judge someone's.
Never say never, because you'll
Yeah.
get put in that situation.
Yeah, and don't judge people's situation.
Yeah. Then he was pursuing my mom, and my mom's like, "There's no way," and he wouldn't leave her alone, and he was like literally a stalker. Okay, so then what happened is my mom's mom, so my grandmother, became obsessed with him. She became like obsessed with my father. Meanwhile, she didn't want my mom to marry anyone.
Yeah.
But she was like, you have to marry him. And because my mom was such a good daughter, she had to listen to her mother, but she really didn't want him at all. So then what happened is everyone said honestly that my dad did magic on my mom's mom to make her
Nobody,
obsessed.
like, imagine you're so not good looking that people say you did magic.
Like there's no way, okay? So then the wedding started to happen because my mom's mom would force her to marry him, and on her wedding day, my mom had other men ready to take her and to go with them because this is how much she didn't want to marry him, so she was ready to run away.
Yeah, and all the men in the city were like in love with my mom.
Yeah. So she was like ready to run away, so she was trying to climb out of the window, but then her aunt pulled her back in, and she was forced to marry my dad.
It was like an arranged marriage.
It was an arranged marriage.
This is why when people support arranged marriage, I really, really hate it, because how can you support women getting forced to marry somebody that
Yeah.
they don't want to be with?
Then my mom decided to suck it up and be like, okay, whatever, I'll just have to be a good daughter and do what my mother says.
And
And
my mom was also like the perfect child.
she was like, perfect, okay.
Yeah.
So then she married my father, and immediately when my father married her, he hated her guts. So he was the most abusive person you can imagine,
Like-
immediately.
Like, first week into their marriage, he started beating her.
Yeah. And it was like for no reason, because she was cooking, she was doing everything you would
Yeah.
expect a
My
perfect
mom
wife to
is
do.
like a mom. Like, she's a wifey.
like
she'll
trad
cook,
wife.
She'll cook, she'll take care of the kids, she'll clean,
Yeah.
she'll do everything.
Everything. So then, yeah, he started like immediately abusing her. And my mom she couldn't leave. She tried to leave many times because her dad was very supportive of her. So he tried to also help her. But anytime she tried to go back home and divorce him, he would send so many people over at like my grandparents' house, and they would every day be bothering them, begging for her back. So she literally, out of shame, she couldn't like let that keep happening. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna go back. And every time she went back, it was the same thing.
So basically, the war started, they had children, they had 3 children. Then they fled the country after the war, and my mom was basically, my dad was like out, doing his thing, not really taking care of the children. So my mom was literally doing everything alone.
By herself.
She would go to she had like gold that she like got from her parents. So she would, because you know someone has to like provide. So my mom would go and sell the gold in this market, and she would basically provide food for the kids and everything. And my dad, he would be like away for like 2 weeks.
Doing whatever.
We
don't know what he was doing, but it wasn't good.
It ain't good.
It ain't good.
Let me tell you that. So yeah, and then my mom basically understood from a very young age that she actually from a very young age already understood I cannot rely on a man.
Yeah.
I have to do everything by myself. And I think that's when she became a masculine woman.
But a strong woman.
Yeah, a strong woman.
Yeah.
But she did everything alone, working, providing, and everything. So then war happened. She was taking care of 3 children.
And also growing up, she used to take care of her younger siblings because she was the oldest one in the house. And her mom would never be home, so my mom had to cook for them, clean, bring them to school. She was like a mother to her siblings. And on top of that, she had to study, finish like university, everything.
She did everything.
Yeah.
Everything. We were watching like Martha Stewart's documentary yesterday, and I was like, literally, that's
my mom. Yeah,
like that's literally my mom. Like she had so many side quests. Like she was taking care of children, working. She was taking care of her own family. She was studying.
And then also the thing was like for me, because she had to work very hard to get her university degrees as everything. And then imagine war happens in your country. You have to immigrate to a new country where you don't know the language, and now your university degrees don't mean anything anymore. Everyone discriminates you because they think you're somehow a stupid person because you're an immigrant. So you have to start from zero. So my mom, the first thing she did when we got into the immigration center was she got a job cleaning toilets at the thing, and she would get like $10 a week.
$10 a week.
Yes. Also, the thing is like the Mini Cooper was worth $2,000 because it was from 1999.
Are you selling a car? Wait, I don't want to hurt you. Okay, guys.
Wow. So it was from 1999, and the engine was broken. Everything was broken. Okay.
Everything was broken.
Everything was broken. Every time I parked the car, it was like what's it called? The fire smell. It was about to explode the car.
Yeah, it was a fire smell. The engine, you could hear the engine.
But I would always do the radio so loud so that you couldn't hear that there was anything wrong with the car.
Yeah.
But everyone else could hear. Okay. But that didn't matter as long as I was delusional about it. But so one time I was driving that car from work, I'm so tired, this and that, and guess who is standing on the corner? My father. He's standing on the corner, ready to beat me up again because, again, I'm home late from work. He gets into my car, and guys, at this point, I was so sick and tired of this man beating me constantly. He gets into the car, he starts yelling, okay, like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, mama. I put my foot on the gas. I started speeding the car, and I was like, I'm gonna unalive both of us.
Yeah, because
I'm tired of it.
Yeah, because at that point it's like you're constantly like getting degraded, and you can't do anything back. So it just builds up inside, and that's why it's so dangerous to even like bully people and do all these things.
Because they go crazy.
Because when someone starts to bottle up, there's a moment that you're gonna explode, and when someone explodes, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous, yeah.
People who bottle up are very dangerous, actually, because they don't have like an outlet of anything. To, you know what I mean?
So then I put like my pedal, like my foot on the gas. I was like fully ready to like just go against a tree. I was like, we're both dying today. And I don't care. And then I could not see anything anymore. Like I had literal tears in my eyes, but like from craziness. And then he was literally begging me to stop the car, and he was like begging to stop the car. And eventually, like I came to my senses. I stopped the car. He gets out of the car, like he just ran away immediately. And I think then he started to realize how crazy he made us, because my brother as well. So I have one brother that used to get beat as much as me. It was me and him, like so much. And that brother, when he was starting to grow up, he was also getting tired of it, and he was like literally ready to fight him. So he would go like head to head with him, like you won't touch me anymore, and all these things. And that's when I think my father realized that he had no power anymore over
when
us.
my younger brother, he became like taller than my dad, and he would literally go face to face with him and be like, "What are you gonna do?"
Yeah, because he would get beat
And
up
at that
so much
point,
as well.
all the siblings were like, "We're not listening to you anymore."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One time I threw Snickers at him.
Yeah, no, but literally everyone was going crazy. The last years of school, I was severely depressed. I would go to school in the summer with Uggs on. Remember, I was wearing Uggs.
Oh my god, guys! One time, can I tell a story about? Okay, so one time, Liz was really in a bad depression, and she hated school. So she would wear like
I would wear coats, like
coats
that you
like,
wear in the winter,
sweaters, like every day the same clothes.
Every day the same.
Liz was like really like, I don't care about anything anymore. She was like schoolwork. So then sometimes we would like meet up when we had time, and then we would go for like to eat something or do something together. And she was like, I'm gonna be at this place. Can you come? And I was like, yeah, of course. And by the way, she threw away her phone. She deleted everything.
I threw away my iPhone, and
she had this Nokia.
Yeah, that only
like
you could only
phone?
text and like call.
So that was the only phone she had.
Yeah.
So I'm coming into the bus. I'm looking for her and I can't see her. But then I see this one person in front, and I thought that was a homeless person. No, really, I thought I was a homeless person. So what do? I'm like looking, I was like, is that Liz or is that a homeless person? So I didn't know, so I went to sit behind them, and I was like, let me call her. And I call her and she picks up. I'm like, oh my god, that's Liz. But that's how like you didn't care anymore.
No.
Where you were wearing anything.
I would go to school wearing Uggs in the summer.
Yeah.